Hey, this is Steven from Steven's Classic Garage, and welcome to my first update in a while. I actually finished school on the 5/16/2019, and today is 5/24/19, and I graduate on the 26th, which is a Friday. Today is a Wednesday at 2:30. I officially graduate. So now I have a whole lot more time to do car and my other business stuff, and also work. So I'm half-time work, half-time other projects. So let's go ahead and show a little bit of what I've been working on. So obviously the main priority right now is to get the panels painted and onto the Mustang so that we can move on to painting, putting some paint on the rabbit and that kind of thing. So one of the other updates is I got some shirts that I finally bought some more shirts, two for the rabbit, one with just a side profile of a rabbit, another one with kind of a front left side profile of the it's actually a GTI, and that one's really nice. It says rabbit on the top in yellow and has an image of a rabbit. I'll have to show that. And then I bought a 65 Mustang t-shirt that has a picture of the P51 Mustang that the Mustang's based on. So let's talk a little bit about what you have here. I decided that I'm going to go with this color, which is the duplicolor paint shop molten red metallic. So I decided to go with this color for the final paint job, and this is kind of the before buffing on the before cut and buff for the trunk. So let's talk a little bit about this one. So basically this one is using the duplicolor paint shop molten red metallic that I bought down here at Granger's for a test. And if you remember, we did the Omni for the actual color that this would have been in 1965, but that one was like a dark wine color, and I wanted it to be a little bit lighter, so I ended up buying this molten red metallic. Now you buy this at O'Reilly's, AutoZone, those kind of local stores, those local type of auto stores, and you get it around for $27. And then I shot it through my Warwick, WARICK. This is a 904H. And they have a 904HE, which is basically the newer version of this guy. So that's the gun I used. And this is the clear that I used. This is the Euro 5 liter. So it's clear in this can here. It's from Smart, but they have, I found some places where it's pretty much the exact same clear. For example, there's another manufacturer that I've used for it's 5-star Extreme, which is this is some epoxy. I think it's epoxy acrylic, super high build 2K direct to metal primer filler sealer. And it's black, and it's in this purple can, and it's this black color. And then that's my primer that I used underneath. They also have a very similar looking clear. That's why I'm saying that it's probably the same exact thing. It's called Eurostar clear coat with a K. Clear coat, the 2.1 and the 5.2 VOC. So that's why I'm thinking it's the same exact thing. It comes in the same exact 5 liters. It comes in the same 2 types of VOC, the 2.1, I think it's 2.1 and 5.2 or something. Yeah, so 2.1 VOC right there, and the other one's a 5.2 VOC. So they come in the same exact size, the 5 liters here and 2.5 liters here. Same exact mixing ratio. 2 parts of this guy, 1 part of this guy, and the same VOC, 5.1 to 5.2 and 2.1. So the same, or 4.1, sorry, 4.2 and 2.1. So the same exact VOC, the same exact VOC options, the same exact volumes, and the same exact container shape, just a different label, same exact cap. Pretty much everything on the can is pretty much exactly the same. And also they have a way better technical data sheet than this Smart. So that's basically what that clear is. Now altogether I ended up buying some another 5 cans of the duplicolor paint shop molten red metallic. Together I found on Summit Racing or Jags, but Summit Racing was $21.99, and then if you get over $100 it's free shipping. So for these 5 more cans I ended up buying $116, and then the euro from I bought from Finish Masters, which that's their brand called Smart. So you'll probably have some other brand that's basically they just slap their name on it. So 5 Star is one of those, or 5 Star is the main manufacturer and they sell it to these guys so they can manufacture it as their Smart brand. So here's the Omni, and then both so the clear itself $62.47, and the activator is $54.19, making a total of about $120. So the clear is $120, and the color, which is the molten red metallic, is about $120. So we're talking about $240 together for this particular paint job that's going to be done on this car. But there's a kicker also. When I was running the clear on this guy, I shot it last night, and so we're letting it cook. It's asking for 24 hours before you buff, so I might buff it sometime tomorrow. But basically on this guy, you go over here to the 2-to-1, and then I used about 5 here and 5 here. So if you go here to 5 for the regular clear, and then you add up to 5 for the hardener activator. And what I found is that what that is it's about a cup and an eighth, a 1 1/8 cup for the clear, and half of that for the activator. So what that actually means is that we're a 1 1/8 cup is about 1/4 of a liter. So what that means is I only used about 1/4 of a liter of this guy, and then obviously half of that in here. So what that means is that I could basically spray 4 times to equal 1 liter of this. So I could shoot about 20 panels with this same amount of clear. And this is 2 to 3 coats, so this one I shot 3 coats. So obviously I could save more on the bottom, because I'm going to only shoot 2 coats on the bottom because I don't have to color sand the bottom. Or I don't have to finish sand the bottom. So that one I might be able to shoot both the Mustang as well as the Rabbit with that Euro clear that I have right there. So I might be able to shoot both cars for $120. And then I'm going to use a different color, maybe a paint shop, to shoot the Rabbit, and then use this color as well. The other big thing is that you got to remember these are 2 different plastic types. The base coat, this guy here is a lacquer. This guy down here is a urethane. So this was a old trick that they used to do like 20 to 30 years ago when urethane first came out. Everybody was used to shooting lacquer base coat color, but the urethane was way more durable as far as a top coat. So what they would do is they would shoot the lacquer and then cover it with the urethane to extend its life. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And so I'm going to kind of test this out and see how long it lasts for. I'm super impressed with the finish. So there are a few things here and there. So if you notice right here, I'll use the light as a beam go across it. You can notice right there that on that right edge that it's a little bit more orange peel than the rest of it. So basically what that is right on this last right here I ran out of paint on my last pass, my third coat, I ran out of paint, and I didn't want to mix another 1-to-1 there and waste more paint in order to do an entire another coat. And anyways, with that, I'm going to be cutting and buffing this anyways, so I'm not too worried about it, and hopefully that will take out a lot of the junk that did end up in here. And I was able to buy a what I would definitely recommend is it's over here, is I bought from the same place, Finish Masters. I bought a hood, and I would definitely recommend this if you have facial hair, to hold your facial hair in, and then hold your hair, your facial hair, your eyebrows, everything in, so that it doesn't fall on the paint job. So this guy was obviously a very beginning test, and so I'm really happy with it. And if it cuts and buffs really well, then this is what's going to go on the car, and then I'm going to paint the bottom probably this weekend, and then store it back over here, and then bring in the hood and do the hood. So that is the update. $240 paint job. So we'll see how it goes, how it continues. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. If you like, please subscribe, and stay tuned for my next